Since the early settling of the American West, generations of hunters have come to treasure the state of Colorado for its vast expanses of public lands, its great diversity of wild game, and for the promise of Western adventure that awaits them throughout the state. From the gentle rolling expanses of the eastern plains to the rugged rimmed rock canyons and broad plateaus on the western slopes, to the tallest mountain ranges found anywhere in the Rockies. Colorado's topography affords hunters the opportunity to pursue a variety of big game and small game animals across a multitude of ecosystems and elevations. One method for discovering hunting opportunities in Colorado is to take a closer look at the various types of public lands and their ecosystems, called life zones, and the game animals that live there. color-coded map showing Colorado's various public lands resembles a jigsaw puzzle, with the largest pieces of the puzzle represented by the national forests. Colorado has 11 national forests, totaling more than 14 million acres. They encompass 4 of Colorado's 5 life zones, and they're open year-round for public hunting. Beginning at the highest elevations in the national forests and working down through the various life zones, at the top is the Alpine Life Zone. The Alpine Zone is the tundra landscape found above timberline, which is usually above 11,500 feet in elevation and designated as wilderness. While the Alpine Life Zone is primarily treeless, the lower reaches may feature patches of dwarf willows and stands of stunted conifer trees. Hunting opportunities on the upper reaches of the rocky slopes are generally limited to the rigorous pursuit of Rocky Mountain goats. However, the grassy alpine meadows found directly beneath the peaks offer early-season archery hunters a chance for stalking elk while they're still in their summer range. Elk herds spend the summer up here, grazing on the tundra's rich grasses and forbs. The cows, calves, and young bulls remain together, while the mature bulls travel together outside the herd in small bands. The elk will remain here until snow pushes them to lower elevations, or until they migrate down to their traditional breeding grounds when fall arrives. The Alpine Life Zone also is the setting for a unique rifle deer hunt. Each year, a limited number of licenses are issued to hunters that allow them to take a buck mule deer above timberline. These alpine meadows also afford adventurous bird hunters a chance of taking a black-tailed ptarmigan. Below timberline lies the subalpine life zone. Here, heavily timbered forests of tall spruce and fir trees dominate the ecosystem. Ranging between 10,000 and 11,500 feet in elevation, these old forests are prime locations for hunting both big and small game during the fall hunting seasons. These magnificent forests are the settings for the majority of big game hunting in Colorado. They are the year-round home of black bear, deer, snowshoe hares, and bighorn sheep. And they are the seasonal home of dusky grouse and elk. In the fall, the subalpine zone is active with the migrations of several species. Elk and deer that have spent the summer grazing on the lush tundra above the timberline now migrate down through the subalpine on their way to winter ranges in the montane and foothills life zones. Also during this time, hunting opportunities exist for upland hunters to take dusky grouse. Dusky grouse migrate up from their summer breeding grounds in the montane life zone. They make their way into the subalpine forests, where they'll spend the winter in the branches of large spruce and fir trees. Moving down from the subalpine, you enter the montane life zone, which covers elevations from 8,000 to 10,000 feet. This life zone is characterized by blue spruce and lodgepole pine interspersed with stands of aspen trees and wide sage-filled valleys. The montane life zone supports a variety of wild game species, along with an abundance of public hunting opportunities. In addition to widespread national forests and Bureau of Land Management lands, big game and small game hunters alike will find plenty of good hunting on numerous state wildlife areas and state trust lands. Here, big game hunters will find deer and elk, along with moose, pronghorns, and black bears. Small game hunters will find wild turkeys, dusky grouse in early fall, as well as squirrels and rabbits. The numerous lakes and mountain reservoirs provide waterfowl hunters with fine early season hunting for ducks and geese. The Foothills Life Zone includes most of the landscape in Colorado, between 6,000 and 8,000 feet in elevation. The foothills ecosystems support a wide variety of game species and hunting opportunities. East of the Rocky Mountains, the Foothills Life Zone rises from the Great Plains into open woodlands, comprised mostly of ponderosa pine and thick shrubs interspersed with grassy meadows. Public hunting access is provided mostly through national forests, state wildlife areas, and some state parks. On the western slopes, the Foothills Life Zone encompasses a variety of landscapes that include semi-desert shrublands and large plateaus, such as the Uncompahgre Plateau. Here, forests of pinyon and juniper and scrub oak dominate the landscape. These plateaus offer prime hunting for elk, deer, and wild turkeys. Other federal lands that make up a considerable part of the puzzle are lands controlled by the Bureau of Land Management. Great expanses of BLM lands in western Colorado offer hunters more than 8 million acres of public hunting opportunities. Most of northwestern Colorado is open to hunting on BLM lands, which are noted for their numbers of trophy-sized deer, elk, and pronghorns. There's also hunting for small game species, such as waterfowl and sharp-tailed grouse. Much of the Foothills Life Zone features deep canyons lined with riparian corridors. Here, hunters will find deer, quail, chukars, waterfowl, and limited hunting for desert bighorn sheep. Another important set of pieces in the public lands puzzle is Colorado's state wildlife areas. Numbering more than 250 and located throughout the state, these properties are managed by Colorado Parks and Wildlife to enhance wildlife and to provide public hunting and fishing opportunities. Some large and some small, these wildlife areas provide public access to excellent hunting in mountain areas for deer, elk, bear, moose, wild turkeys, waterfowl, and small game. State wildlife areas also offer premium hunting on the eastern plains for deer, waterfowl, wild turkeys, pheasant, mourning doves, and other small game. A tree stand placed in a cottonwood tree is a front row seat to adventure for both archery and rifle deer hunters. State wildlife areas also provide public hunting for ducks and geese on rivers, sloughs, and lakes. Wild turkey hunting doesn't get much better than drawing a limited license for one of the premium hunting units at wildlife areas on the plains. Each year, Parks and Wildlife publishes a guide to state wildlife areas that is available in print or online. Along with the wildlife areas, additional hunting is available on many of Colorado's state trust lands. Each year, Colorado Parks and Wildlife leases around 500,000 acres of state trust land for public hunting. A great source of public hunting on the plains is Colorado's walk-in access programs. The program pays landowners to enroll their properties to allow public access for pheasant and dove hunting. The program is free to small game hunters. A list of the properties is found in the walk-in access brochure. Big game hunters in southeastern Colorado can pay a fee to hunt on private lands that are enrolled in the Big Game Access Program. The program affords deer and pronghorn hunters walk-in access to stalk deer on a variety of landscapes. Many of Colorado's state parks also allow hunting. Although waterfowl and small game hunting are the most common, some parks also allow big game hunting.